Hello students, very good morning. So we are back with the same chapter, human reproduction. Okay, so yesterday we have talked on male reproductive system, starting with different organ of male reproductive system, then accessory reproductive gland, and then of testes, right? So we will continue with next, that is male sex accessory ducts. Which are that? First one is rete-testes, vas efferentia, vas deferentia, and epididymis. We will see one by one. Okay. So first one is rete-testes. Yesterday we have seen similar diagram of this. I am just drawing roughly. Just go through yesterday's diagram, or you can see in your textbook as well. Okay. So what is rete-testes actually? See over here. This is a testes. This round structure. Right, then between joining tubule, that is known as vas efferentia, then this region. Yesterday we have talked on lobules, right? Testicular lobules, which are that if you will see the section of this testes, this separate 250 like lobules are there. So in these lobules there are seminiferous tubules. So these seminiferous tubules are connected to vasa efferentia through this rete-testes. So rete-testes is something what seminiferous tubules of testes opens into vasa efferentia through rete-testes, right? So second thing is vasa efferentia. We have yesterday seen something similar of diagram like this, if you remember, right? So this looping like structure, that is of vas deferens, okay, and this one is vasa efferentia. What we have talked here over, look over here, this seminiferous tubules of this lobules is attached with this vasa efferentia through rete-testes. So this vasa efferentia leaves the testes, opens into epididymis. From this vasa efferentia, this goes into this half circular like structure that is known as epididymis. Okay, then epididymis. It is of somewhat 6 meter long, highly coiled. 6 meter, you can imagine how much, which is of located in a very minute structure. So it is highly coiled, 6 meter long. Function of this epididymis, which provide temporary storage for immature sperm. Immature means maturation of sperm, means they have the ability to swim in the medium of different substance. Okay, so this is the epididymis. After releasing from the seminiferous duct, it is transported to this epididymis, which is the temporary storage for immature sperm. Then sperm completes their maturation over here and gain ability to swim, right? Okay, next, vas efferentia or vas efferens, run up, which is of about 45 centimeter long, run upward from epididymis. Look over here. This is testes, this is half circle is epididymis, right? And this loop like structure, here we have drawn some urinary bladder, right? So run upward from epididymis, loop over urinary bladder. Refer the diagram we have seen yesterday or in your textbook, it is given. At a distal end of vasa efferentia, what will happen? This vasa efferentia like this. Okay, something like this we have drawn yesterday. So distal means ender portion. Distal end of vasa efferentia, seminal vesicle opens, and then it is known as ejaculatory duct. What happened? From this, distal is this or this. Distal is this. Okay. So seminal vesicle opens, and then after it is known as ejaculatory duct. This ejaculatory duct, ejaculatory means ejaculation of sperm. That's why it is known as ejaculatory duct. Store and transport sperm from testes to urethra, right? Then last one is urethral meatus. Urethral meatus means this urethra extend over here through penis to its external opening, that is known as urethral meatus. Okay, so this is what the male sex accessory duct are, which are that retitestes, then vasa efferentia, vasa differentia, and epididymis. What is retitestes? Retitestes is what? There is a, simply just remember, seminiferous duct present between the lobes, and vasa efferentia, there is a gap in between which interconnect the both things, that is known as retitestes. Okay, then vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia opens into epididymis, then epididymis, which is 6 meter long, 6 meter long, which provide temporary storage for immature sperms. Then maturation of sperm complete over here, and they gain the ability to swim. Whenever male is sexually, you can say sexually excited, then what will happen? This gaining ability of swim of sperm then helps for swimming into this loop-like structure, that is known as vasa differentia. Okay, so vasa differentia is 45 centimeter long, then run upwards from this epididymis and form a loop over urinary bladder. Then distal part of this duct is seminal vesicle opens, and then after it is known as ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct means that eject the sperms outside through, so which store and transport sperm from testes. And last one is this point, that is urethral meatus, where urine and as well as sperm cell both are released through. That's what is also known as urinogenital tract, right? Because there is a no difference pathway for sperm cell and urine release. Okay, so urethral matter is urethra extends through penis to external opening. So that is up with this you can say different duct. Now we are remaining with accessory reproductive gland. There are 3 accessory reproductive gland, which are that we have talked on yesterday, that is bulbourethral, next prostate, and which one? Seminal vesicle. Okay, so we will see that. And last topic of male reproductive system, that is external genital organs. So we will see on next. Till now, complete the notes. Okay, we will see on